Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Thursday. All right, guys. Well, for those of you guys in the United States of America, tomorrow's July 4th. So happy 4th of July. And I think I said this, but Sunday's my birthday. So that'll be fun. But in the meantime, right now, we're at a hotel in Orlando with our friend Melissa, and we get to see our other friend Gelsey, who you guys have been watching here lately on Anchor Watch every Tuesday night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern. But listen, guys, we're not here to get into the of Anchor Watch. We are here to break down the BS that is happening in Atlanta. But of course, before we do, let's do like the pleasantries. So don't forget to hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed over here to Up and Adam channel 2. And also, just let us know in the comment section where you're watching from. And if you do have 4th of July plans, put those in there too. I'm just curious. I want to know what everybody's doing. I'm nosy, okay? So here we go. All right, guys, so hold on. Wait a minute. Let me get right into it. Porsha Williams and Phaedra Parks. Now, frick and frack, right? You guys remember way back when Porsha Williams and Phaedra got in a lot of trouble because they started, well, there was a rumor that was started about Kandi Burruss reportedly or allegedly trying to provide people with substances and drag them down into a basement in her house in order to take advantage of them. This was some wild, wild shit. And then when it came out on the reunion, exactly who was responsible for it, which it came out that it was Phaedra. I mean, it hit the fan. Kandi Burruss refused to film with Phaedra. Phaedra, honestly, this was such an attack on Kandi. She's a Grammy award-winning artist. She has multiple businesses. She is a mother. She is a wife. She is all of the things, right? Her resume is like a CVS receipt. But this could have damaged everything. You cannot just go spread a rumor that somebody is trying to provide you with substances and then drag you down to their basement in order to take advantage of you. That's like some next level shit. So what happened was Phaedra Parks claimed that she was wrongfully punished on the Real Housewives of Atlanta for spreading a false rumor that Kandi Burruss and Todd planned to drug and assault Porsha in their quote unquote sex dungeon. A rumor that she admitted that she didn't hear firsthand. So she had this stance. And she went on Jason Lee's show, which, by the way, I've had Jason Lee on my channel before. And she said that she was penalized. Pretty much despite not being on camera, seen on camera, not doing anything on camera, liking it to kind of like a wild game of telephone. But Porsha is not having this shit. I'm going to play a clip, and you guys are going to see exactly what I'm talking about. Here we go. Thank you to Mr. Housewives.
Here with the litigator, so let me bring up my briefs. This is what happened. I remember Porsha had the really short hairdo that day, and she was going on and crying about how you told her information, and you sat there, and I will never forget your face. You were beat for the guys, and you sat there and just wrote it out, and Kandi played up this whole thing that Kandi could not believe what was being said about her, which we're now hearing more about the bedroom as time has kind of progressed, and the world has become more accepting of people's bedrooms being different.
Yeah.
You don't have to say anything if you don't want to, but you gave a lot of grace. Again, this is another example. Why?
You know,
got it. Okay, I'm sitting here with a litigator, so let me. But now you're back in the show with Porsha.
Yeah. I mean, and what's crazy is I was punished for something no one even saw me do. It's like telephone.
Right.
But I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, but now you're back with Porsha.
Yeah, I'm back
and now
with
you're
her.
friends.
I mean, well, we really, you know, we obviously, that bothered me. Obviously, it was very, you know, somewhat hurtful. But at the end of the day, I really love Porsha. I mean, we have always, you know, gotten along perfectly. And so even after that moment, you know, we didn't say, oh, I'm never speaking to you again. I mean, because at that moment I knew I wasn't happy in the job already. And I knew it was time for me to leave this job.
But now you're back in the show with Porsha.
Yeah. But unfortunately, sometimes when, you know, if you can't make a decision for yourself, God will make a decision for you. And so the decision was made. And, you know, I have never had a better 7 years in my life.
You were gone 7 years?
Yeah.
Damn, it didn't seem that long though.
Well, because I went to
but you were still
TV.
busy. You were still working.
I was still working. But I never stopped working.
But why didn't Nene leave the same way you left so she could keep working?
Well, not everybody, you know, analyzes things like I do. But unfortunately, sometimes when, you know, if you can't make a decision for yourself.
Okay, so what I'm going to say here real quick, I'm going to go back to what Porsha said. Porsha commented on this and said, at Phaedra Parks, you already apologized at the reunion and apologized after for telling me the lie. Furthermore, I have already taken accountability with Kandi for repeating what you claim that she said. Let's move forward by truly learning from past mistakes. Porsha is out here like, I already have Simon Gobadia and this divorce and this man dragging my name through the streets. I am not about to have your ass going on Jason Lee's show and sitting there and rehashing something that she has worked so hard to get out of into, I guess it's sort of like damage control for your reputation, because again, this was massive. Now, that's not the only drama that's happening in Atlanta right now. I don't know if you guys saw this, but this is interesting. You guys know Kelli, who's our newbie on the show, right? Well, apparently now she has a whole credit card lawsuit, and she is just facing one disaster after another. And it's funny because when Britt Eady decided not to go to the reunion, TMZ ended up catching up with Kelli, and they were like, okay, so what do you think? Why do you think that she's suing for $20 million? Why is she suing Bravo? And she's like, well, obviously I think that somebody needs the money. Well, Kelli, like, hopefully with this little rap sheet, we don't see you suing Bravo. Now, I'm going to go through some of the debts that she's facing right now, because there's the Navy Federal Credit Union who filed a lawsuit on May 5th claiming that Kelli owes $26,434.86 plus attorney's fees. And they allege that she failed, neglected, and refused to make payment despite multiple demands. And Kelli's legal team stated that she has not been officially served, noting that that account was shared with her ex-husband, who she has a restraining order against, and that was before the divorce. And his rep clarified that he was removed from those accounts in 2022 and is not named in the lawsuit. Now, then there's also a background rent lawsuit. So separately, Kelli was previously sued over her Nana's Chicken and Waffles restaurant lease in Sandy Springs. And that complaint alleged failure to pay $101,000 in rent, secure the payments, and open the venue. So the landlord was seeking additional legal costs and future rent for everything that they've been through. Now, on top of that, because of course it's not going to stop, her rep blamed her divorce-related expenses, including the $160,000 in attorney's fees, for the reason that she can't financially keep up, saying the rent lawsuit has since been resolved and hopefully the restaurant will be opening soon. But really, I want to hear what you guys think. I never want to see anybody, I don't want to see anybody be depleted of their funds, and I don't want to see anybody lose. I actually really like Kelli, and I think that this is it's an unfortunate situation, but she is a single mother. She has, you know, a couple of daughters, and she's trying to do her best. So I think at that point, first of all, you don't wish negativity towards anybody, because when you do, karma is a mother, and that shit will come right back to you. But in this situation, it's like, no, the woman is just trying to win. She's trying to win. So let's uplift her and hope that she wins. And go pay your bills, girl. With that, smash the like button, show some love. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.